Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we have a vintage 1956 or 1957 Zippo Slim Windproof lighter. This is a pinstriped lighter with a blank monogram panel. Does show scuffs, scratches, some blemishes, dings, dents, use of several kinds. But it also has an intact Cobra head insert. I have read about, seen pictures of, and dreamed about finding a vintage Zippo lighter with a Cobra head insert. Of course, you can find them in these very early slims. According to our buddy Jin Kim, could be 1956 or 1957. Also, I'm not exactly certain about the date code, as depending on where I looked, Glen Zippo or Moonlight Zippo gave me information that did not jive. So 4 dots on each side, Zippo script logo. I did trim the wick, which amounted to basically just trim the bushy top off the top of it, the bushy part off the top of it, I should say. So you can see that the wick looks pretty clean, and you can also see that there in front of the wick, up against the file wheel, is that Cobra head guard. I believe the purpose of that was to keep the file wheel from overheating, and maybe in exchange there was not the shower of sparks that Zippo felt necessary. So there are many of these inserts that made it out of the factory with the offset wheel, but most of them had the actual Cobra head guard broke off of it. I believe these are much more common to be found in slim style lighters, but they have been found in full-size inserts from that time period as well. I think much more scarce, rare, uncommon, whatever the word you want to use is. There is some drag if the lid is not, well, really, got screw all the way down. You can hold that down and back and close the lid and it will not drag. But it does want to drag if the insert is sitting up in the case. So, just showing you for the purposes of this video, there is an imperfection there. Plenty of scuffs, scratches, dings. The weld marks for the hinge even almost make me think that it has been repaired. Maybe somebody can look at that and tell me for a fact. The only problem is the bottom, you don't really see that weld mark at all. And the top one, even though it is slightly off center, I don't really see a duplicate. So whether or not that hinge was repaired at some point, that is a possibility. There you can see the case, chrome plated brass. Does have some imperfections, pitting, scratches. Obviously, you would not expect a brand new lighter that had not had any wear used to show that kind of pitting and imperfections along the top of it. Should be much more smooth. But this is a lighter that's been banging around out there since 1956 or 57. It's always cool to find these flat bottom slims. Always been a fan. So really cool to finally find one with the Cobra head insert. Going to remove our Flint spring and screw. And there's no Flint in there, so we will cut one of these clipper flints from the plastic packaging. I always wonder what the best thing to do is when you've got a lighter like this, obviously a historical lighter, one that you don't see all that often. I felt this way when I'm dealing with black crackles. Here we've got the file wheel making contact with the flint. We'll go ahead and tighten that flint screw on down. That is tightened. There you see our spark. But I am kind of eager to light this up and just see what kind of difference it makes with that Cobra head being there between the file wheel and the wick. I don't think we should need to put more than about 4, 5, 6 maybe. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So again, you hear about these things, Cobra head inserts, just like black crackles and other historically significant Zippos, and you hope to find one. But then once you find one, you got to decide what you're going to do with it. And so that's what I decided to do. I did want to light it just because I'm curious. So we went ahead and trimmed off that wick. It had separated out and frayed. Pulled it up, got it nice and trimmed up there. Again, it's a pinstripe lighter that does have plenty of blemishes. Mid to late 1950s, 56 or 57 with the flat bottom. 4 dots on each side. And the ever so scarce, rare, uncommon, whatever you want to call it, Cobra head insert fires right up. I'll point that out again. There's some slack in how it fits, which there always is. And if that is sitting forward, then it will want to drag here. But if you move it backward, then the lid will close. But there's definitely some drag on that file wheel. Plenty other blemishes, including whatever you want to make of these spots where it was welded. Does look like it could have been repaired, but I really doubt that. Either way though, I think the great value in this lighter is that Cobra head insert, which does show blemishes, scratches, plenty of wear. This will be listed at dependableflame.com/current eBay listings. Maybe listed a little bit high, so if you want to make me an offer, don't think I'm going to be offended. Better for me to be offended than somebody else to make off with the lighter that you want. There you go. It's lit up 2 out of 3 strikes. This Cobra head, 1956 or 1957 Zippo Slim lighter. Thanks to our buddy Jin Kim in the live stream last week for helping us identify the exact year. Until next time.